Goeiemorgen mensen. Alright, as you can see here, I've got a bit of good growth, and this has been mowed twice since the last video, both at 8mm. And I lifted it from 6mm up to 8mm because it was just hooking too much. The mower was sort of grinding or scraping against the ground as I was mowing a little bit too much. It was great because I was lifting up a lot of runners, some of which, by the way, I have removed manually. The rest of them are doing as I said they would do. They kind of start to just lift themselves up, especially when you're mowing this short and this regularly, and then those runners get nipped out. Now if you had access to a proper grooming device, then just pull that out and use that, of course. For me, which is the rotary mower and a cylinder mower, the best way to get this done is in this process. So what I'm going to do now today, even though things are going quite well, we haven't had rain for a little while now, and things are at the point where I should be putting down a wetting agent or maybe a kelp product to help with stress. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some TerraPlus Solub, which is an 8015 with trace elements. It's an organic, soluble, like a little powdered form fertilizer that you mix up in water. I'm going to put it into my hose end sprayer and I'm going to spray over it. It's for two reasons. One is that, yes, I could just go and put down a wetting agent, and that will help water movement and all the rest of it, you know, help the plant with plant stress, etc. But with the surface being this open, not only is the ground starting to dry up on the surface, but the soil life from the surface has started to become diminished. So to boost that back up again, I'm going to feed it from the top. And of course the second part is just to feed it a little bit of extra nitrogen again with trace elements, the potassium to help it out with stress and for water movement in the plant. And you will notice that there's no phosphorus here, and that's for two reasons. One is that the 2455 Novatech NMAX that I put down already has sufficient phosphorus for this time of the year, and that is obviously the next big thing there is that it's summer and these are warm season grasses, so their roots are probably fine. You don't need to worry about dosing with phosphorus right now. What I've put down is enough. Anyway, let's get spraying. Alright, there we go. It's always so lacquer after having put down TerraPlus. It's got this kind of effect. I don't know if it's actually doing anything, but in my brain it says your grass has gotten a little bit greener already, even though it's only been 4 minutes, whatever the case may have been. But there you go, a little bit of a spoon feed. It's a top up on top of a light dose of 2455. That was the Novatech NMAX that I put down to kind of get this project in motion. But the spoon feeding can be done on top of just about anything else that you might have put down. Now, you're just going to make sure that you line things up. So for example, I had a 2455 down, so my spoon feeding is not going to be done with something that's also heavy in nitrogen. It's going to be done with something with trace elements, a little bit of extra potassium, maybe phosphorus depending on what your circumstances are, maybe humic acid applications, kelp, whatever the case is going to be. But it's something that's complementing, and it's a supplement to whatever it is that you have down as a foundation. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a foundation down. You know that for a long time I just only ever did spoon feeding, just with a little bit more sort of hardcore products, heavier values, but I had to keep that up. And as with most of you guys, I don't have the time to do that. So heavier, well, let's say a weightier application of granular product, which is the NMAX in this case, and then just spoon feeding now with TerraPlus Solub. Anyway, hope you found that useful. Please remember to like, subscribe, share this on your Facebook groups, share this with your buddies on your WhatsApp lawn groups and whatever else, and remember to hit the little bell notification if you do subscribe for the first time now, so that you can be reminded every time I put up a new video. Anyway, cheers.